not elite in the society, like some of the people in the villages, we can speak English. We let them understand the use of the national anthem, the use of the pledge, the values of some of the symbols we have, the coat of arms, and then the reason to, how do I put it, to give a credence to some of these things. And then we want them to understand what is happening in the society in Nigeria. We intend to do that by using their local language to teach them, not using English to teach a local man in the village. But if we want to teach them what the wordings of the Nigerian pledge is, we have to translate it to their local language, all the local languages we have in Nigeria.
That is a bunch. And as I earlier stated, Mr. Kehinde, who is also known as Prof, is the Imo State team head for Project Here Nigeria. That is very, very interesting, trying to communicate with Nigerian citizens using their local dialect in order for them to understand more. That is a wonderful idea. Thank you, sir. Here Nigeria is here to make the Independence Eve celebration an unforgettable experience to Nigerians home and in diaspora. We like to take Nigerians on a day session and watch night or bonfire and lamp session. For the day session, story, our esteemed octogenarians, tagged the narrators, will take us through the celebration mood, the excitement, and various festivities of the citizens within and outside the country. The storytelling will run through the morning and the afternoon sessions. Then we have the watch nights. The watch nights or lamp lights will take place between 11 p.m. to 12 midnight. And our experience of yellow flames of light nationwide and outside the country to showcase the communal solidarity and the enthusiasm which circulated the atmosphere on the 30th day of September 1960. Wow! Can you imagine? Just like when it's New Year's Eve, the fireworks, the lights, the excitement. That is exactly what we are going to experience today. So guys, today is the flag off and prelude heralding 365 days of programs and activities outlined to mark Nigeria's 60th anniversary. Yes, today we are going to showcase and to go back in time to 60 years ago, before Independence Day. We are going to reenact and recreate the excitement that we felt back then. And our theme is Arise, O Compatriots. Hear the clarion call. In unity we grow. And that is indeed true. Because in unity we grow. In togetherness, in oneness, we are stronger. Unity is a gateway to success. Arise, O Compatriots is put together as a platform to genuinely reignite a rebirth of a conscious, passionate, and nationalism spirit from Nigerian citizens. This compatriots call is to awaken the minds of all Nigerian citizens, home and diaspora, to reflect and replay the great excitement of September 30th, 1960 into October 1st, 1960. The communal unity and oneness that encapsulated all citizens 60 years ago. John Kehinde, Mr. Olusegun John Kehinde, good morning.
Morning to you.
Thank you for being on the program this morning. Then we have Uche Abembue. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Mr. Uche, good morning. And we have someone here identified as HP. Okay, so our participants, we would like you to forward your contributions and your questions to the Zoom chat room. Please kindly forward your contributions and questions to the Zoom chat room. Also, questions can be forwarded in video, audio, and text messages to the program using this WhatsApp line. And our WhatsApp line is 080 55 99 6919. I repeat, 055 99 6121. I repeat, 080 55 99 6121. Thank you very much. Please stay connected. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
October 1st will remain a special day for Nigeria. Had some form of freedom, but could not be exercised without authorization from the British Queen. It was just like the case of a prisoner under house arrest who could move about a restricted house pretending to be free, but could not move out of that particular house. Nigeria may have had its independence on an easier platform, devoid of the violence that plagued other African nations who solicited for.
This program should be limited to events and activities of the citizens. Our contribution should be without elements of politics of then or thereafter. That is to say that all contributions and all questions, all narratives that should be sent to this show should be of just today's program. We'll be right back. On the program today, we have royalties and distinguished personalities. Standing on the existing protocols, I will start with His Highness Igwe Professor Laz E.N. Ekwueme Nnayelugo Ogbonnaya Wovwebe Ekwueme 4 Eze Ijikala 2 Ozioko Igwe Oko. He is a humble and modest aristocrat, a man of enormous talent, versatility, and wit. A man of great achievement who has made significant contributions to the advancement of knowledge. A man of eloquence in speech, integrity, and patriotism. A man who has advanced the prestige of Nigeria internationally. An academic giant, a prolific writer, a versatile artist par excellence. Lay preacher, specialist conflict resolution and mediation expert. Seasoned administrator, youth leader, black belt karate martial artist, traditional ruler and leader of men. It is our pleasure and honor to welcome His Royal Highness, Professor Laz Edward Nnayelu Ekwueme 4, Eze Ijikala 2, Ozioko Igwe Oko. Igwe, welcome, sir. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much for those nice words. I am not quite sure I deserve all those encomiums, but thank you all the same. I'm very glad to hear all that, and thank you very much. I'm glad to participate in this special occasion of Nigeria's independence. I was a young man of 24 in 1960 when we became independent, and indeed that year traveled to England to pursue higher studies, and I arrived in England just in the last weeks of September, and I had been in England only for about 2 weeks.
Wow.
Before Independence Day itself. So I did celebrate my own independence and first independence ceremony in England at the Nigerian High Commission in Northumberland Avenue. I had first was at Trafalgar Square, but before then, about September 20, I left Nigeria. So I was both in Nigeria just before independence and in England just after independence. So you could say I straddled both worlds at that time. It was an exciting period for a young man to move from the black continent of Africa to the white European continent of Great Britain, where the sun at that time never set.
Wow.
So it was an interesting experience. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much, sir, for that exciting experience. That must have been really exciting. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So our next octogenarian is Chief Mrs. Nike Davis Okundaye. She was born in 1951 in Ogidi, Kogi State in north-central Nigeria, and was brought up amidst the traditional weaving and dyeing as practiced in her hometown. Nike Davis Okundaye set about launching a revival of this aspect of Nigerian culture, building art centers, offering free courses to young Nigerians to learn traditional arts and crafts. As art historian John Purfer states, one thing shared by many of the later generation of African artists in diaspora, those who have been successfully on the art circuit, is that their work critiques the very burden of representation that is also the condition of their visibility. In her eyes, the traditional art of Adire Eleko is only possible because of a specific Nigerian heritage of passing knowledge from one generation to the next. Chief Mrs. Nike Okundaye, good morning, ma.
Good morning, our daughter.
Thank you, ma. It's so good to have you on the program this morning, ma. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I want to know, I was 9 years old in 1960. I was born on the 23rd of May, 1951. And when they talk about independence that time, I was just so happy we are in school. They said they are going to be cooking rice for us, rice and beef. And I never have rice all the time I was born. So I was so happy that we are going to eat rice today. So after we get to school, they said we are celebrating independence because they asked everybody, come with your book. And then they give us the rice. So I was just so happy that I'm eating rice for the first time in my life. And with a cow, which is 1 cube of cow. So I was so happy and said, oh, I would like this independence to be every day so I can be eating rice. And then colleagues, all of us are just so happy. By then, all the money I can remember is kobo and ekpeni, which is shillings. Because already I used to sell it, and I will sell it for 1 ekpeni, half a penny. And then we asked me to go and hawk leaf, hawk sugarcane, hawk all this. But the reward, the reward is that rice that I enjoy on my independence. I was so happy, and it made all, I can never forget my first rice. My first food.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, that's a very interesting story that we would really love to learn more of later on. Thank you so much, Chief Mrs. Nike. Thank you for being on the program this morning, ma.
Thank you.
So our third guest is Alhaji Gidado Bello Ako. He is an educationist, a retired lecturer, and a renowned scholar of the famous Bayero University, Kano. But I see that he's not online presently, so when he comes online, we will hear from him. So, on the program, our esteemed octogenarians and elder statesmen who narrate the events of the different regions and the country at large, while the non-octogenarians, like myself, will listen aptly, but also ready to ask questions on the topic of the day. Because we are excited, we want to know exactly how things went on the 30th of September, 1960. So now let's move to our questions. Igwe Laz Ekweme, I have a question here for you. Can you hear me, sir?
Go ahead. Yes.
Can you please help us through your accounts of September 30th, 1960 and the events running up to it?
Yes, as I did say a while ago, I had traveled to England just about a week or two before on a federal government scholarship to study music at the Royal College of Music in London and to take a degree from the University of Durham. So I had been in Nigeria up till the end, towards the end of September. Preparations have been made in Nigeria towards independence. Arrangements for the parades, for the ceremonies, for the handing over by the British government to the Nigerian government had all been made. But we did not, I, not as an individual, participate in those, except, of course, that I did compete in the composition of the national anthem, which was open then. And I remember one of the interesting things when I got to England, studying under my professor, my teacher, Professor Gordon Jacob at the Royal College of Music. One of the things we laughed about was that he said to me, you and I competed for the national anthem of Nigeria, and we can share the joy that we both lost. And that was funny. Here's my professor sharing a joy with me that I competed with him for the competition of the national anthem and lost with him. I mean, it was quite interesting. So I didn't take any other major active part in the felicitations except attending the parties arranged by the Nigerian federal government in England for students and for the diplomas and for other visitors from Nigeria in England to mark this independence and other Commonwealth countries. It was exciting. It was noteworthy that other students from Ghana, Gambia, Sierra Leone, East Africa, like Kenya, even Rhodesia, South Africa, many other Commonwealth countries from Africa, and even Malaysia, and Singapore, and India, and Pakistan were invited to some of these ceremonies. So it was an exciting period. And those of us who were Nigerians felt Nigerian. We felt very proud of Nigeria. There have since then been ups and downs in the feeling of Nigerianness. This is the 60th anniversary. Many of, because downswitted in those days, we were very much excited in Nigeria, and we were, particularly those of us from the East, we were unhappy to be labeled Eastern Nigeria, Western Nigerian, or Northern Nigerian, or Igbo man, Hausa man, Yoruba man. We were, things changed 6-7 years later, so we were no longer at ease. But glory and the greatness to come, Nigeria was the hope for the black hope for Africa, and we look forward to greater things to come. As I did say, it did not quite mature as well as we had expected, but at least we came a long way. We became a republic. Unfortunately, we went the pogroms and the wars and the civil wars and the divisions and the problems of it is a hope that things will go better and better from now on. Thank God.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Igwe. Wow. That was really, really very exciting. We really have come a long way, and indeed greater shall we attain. So, I have a question for Chief Mrs. Nike Okundaye. Chief Mrs. Nike Okundaye, good morning, ma'am. Please, what was the moral? Yes, thank you, ma'am. Please, what was the moral of the nation, or the morale, rather, of the nation when the British announced October 1st as the date of independence? How did the citizens feel at that time? What preparations did they make? What did they do, actually? We want to know from you, ma'am.
Okay. As you know, I grew up in a small village.
Yes, ma'am.
A very small village, but all the villagers, they are jubilating.
Wow.
They were happy. They were jubilating. They sing. The king also, they go like a parade in the village. The king, my father was a trumpeter to the king. When I say trumpet, he's blowing horn to the king. So he was blowing the horn, and we were saying, what is all this jubilating about? We know we have eaten our rice, but every children, we all come out, follow them, they sing, and everybody was just so happy. In fact, because all what I can remember is the cloth we are weaving by then. My great-grandmother is the head of the weaver in the village. And this cloth is called peleke. This peleke fabric is for Elewon, the prisoner. So everybody has to finish their own in 5 days. But this jubilating did not allow those women, because also they take their maracas. They were now singing that we are now independent, we are happy, our children are not going to suffer anymore, we are no more under the British colonial. So it was a big, big celebration in our village. And this village is surrounded with mountains. And I will say, any little joy, everybody. But don't forget, I'm only in primary three. But I was just so happy to see the joyful moment of everybody. So that is my joy for that day. But the clothes that we cannot finish, and when you don't finish this cloth, when the Igbo people come to buy the fabric, because it's 5 pieces they have to use to make the pants and the top for a lemon, but it's handwoven. And most of the people say they don't even care if they cannot make the 5 days. So the Igbo people also have to come back to come and buy the fabric, because every 5 days, all the villagers will get together, bring their fabric. If you have 2, and I have 3, we put it together, that is 1. And they are selling it 2 and 3, which is 23 kobo. So it was fun for all of us to see our own fabric called aso. The name of Nigeria Ankara is called because the British, they actually brought that fabric from Ghana, and they said, this is the cloth we are bringing from Ghana, we are bringing it from Accra, but the name of Nigeria cloth is called Adire, Adi, Are, then Asofi, Asoki, then Ankara is called Alarabara, and it's coming from Manchester by then. But our creation was selling because everybody must have this salary. If you are a king, the man will wear the white one, which we call Allah, which they will say, don't put palm oil when you wear this white cloth too. But every cotton is handmade from the farm. The farmers are making money. After our independence and every fabric is coming in, is when most of the people, they don't go back to their roots and now started the importation of fabric.
Wow. Oh my God. That is so exciting. When they wear the white clothes, they are expected not to cook with palm oil. This is something else. Wow. You people made the fabrics from start to finish. That is so creative. I would really love to learn it actually. Thank you so much, Chief Mrs. Nike Ogundaya, for your view on the October 1st, 1960, the preparations and everything. You guys really prepared. Your village must, you people really prepared. Wow. Your village is a wonderful setting. I can just imagine it in my mind. It is surrounded with mountains and everything. That is so beautiful. I'm actually imagining it right now. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you very much. So
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. So now let's go back to Igwe Ekweme. Igwe, please, what is your perception of the independence enthusiasm in Nigeria 60 years back?
Is that me?
Yes, sir.
The enthusiasm then, as I did say earlier, was phenomenal. It was the thing to look forward to, that Nigeria was going to become independent of the white man. Indeed, we should have achieved independence before Ghana in 1957, but the three regions of Nigeria were ruled as different regions, and the north then said they were not quite ready for independence, whereas eastern Nigeria and western Nigeria seem to have been ready for it and were eager to take it up. But the leaders of the East, particularly, were prepared to wait for the North to be ready so we could have one united country, the giant of Africa, and so we had to be delayed, and Ghana then became independent before Nigeria in 1957. But the excitement was that Nigeria was already internally self-governing. We had ministers and state governors and such things, premiers, and we were running state governments and with local people holding various portfolios in the ministries of the various regions, and each region ran its own government. The federal government operated as a federation. It was exciting, and quite a few people were both members of the state House of Assembly and the Federal House of Representatives. You had to represent your state before you could even represent them in the House. So you had titles like MHA, Member of the House of Assembly, and MHR, Member of the House of Representatives. So the excitement in being a Nigerian Prime Minister was enormous. Ministers came from Western region, from the Northern region, from the Eastern region, in the Federation, and yet they had ministers in their own regions. So the federal ministers held sway throughout the country, whereas the regional ministers had powers only within their own regions. Eventually, we came up with a federal constitution which empowered the regions to become autonomous or semi-autonomous, and unfortunately, the military coup changed things, and Nigeria lost that federation character, which was intended to be the system of government in Nigeria. We moved from there to unitary government, and we're still not far from unitary government even now. People are calling for reorganization and coming back to the proper federation. But that's been part of our problem since then. We do not know how long, if we'll ever come back to it. But the excitement of Nigeria there was fantastic. We've, as I said earlier, lost faith in that excitement of the pre-independence period, and even perhaps occasionally lost faith in Nigeria. But we've had also prominent periods when we regained our momentum and had high hopes of what Nigeria can be. We've won laurels in sports, in various works of art, literature, dance, music, various artifacts, painting, sculpting, drama, dancing, and Nigeria has held its own in various spheres of influence. We have authors and novelists and laureates and people who've made their marks in the country and throughout the world. So Nigeria has not done bad at all. Spheres of life. And programs like this are all and universal, international. Nigeria is really striving, going very well, going very far around spheres. So there is a good future, and there is, but the sooner we do that, the better. So that excitement of independence 60 years ago, even though it has been dulled many a time, will be rekindled and will sharpen again, and we will come back to a new modus vivendi to bring back that excitement.
Wow. Igwe, Laz Ikweme. That's so interesting. And indeed, we are the giants of Africa, like you earlier stated. And yes, the enthusiasm. That is wonderful. Thank you so much, Igwe. Thank you very much. Thank you for your answers. Thank you for your contribution, your very wise and candid contribution. So I can see that in the chat rooms we have people sending messages which I will get to later on. But I have one more question each for Chief Mrs. Nike and Igwe Laz Ekwemi. So Chief Mrs. Nike, this question goes to you, ma. How does the story of September 30th, 1960, how did it make you feel as a young Nigerian then? How did you feel personally as a young Nigerian on the eve of independence?
Well, I want to tell you, I feel so happy and grateful. Any vehicle that, because the only vehicle that normally pass our village is called Ames. And this vehicle will pass around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to yeah, it's like one way to the north. And so now after they said, as we are going to get independent, we are going to be having our own president. We are going to be having our own, any vehicle that is a car that pass my village, we will say, Asikwa! So any other vehicle, we will not go and take fabric and be saying, Asikwe, our president is passing, because the other vehicle we normally see regularly, it's called Ames. And now that we have the independence, because all the president, minister, all of them stop in the small villages. So we are all excited to be seeing more vehicles passing our village, because you know Lokoja is the first headquarter that we normally have to go to Lokoja before you can even see the first bank in Nigeria, the first school in Nigeria, the where River Niger and River Benue meet. And if you don't have money to go with all this Bedford, if your parents have no money, you cannot get to Lokoja, because it's the biggest city after Kaba. And all of us are just so happy. Everybody is excited to be seeing more cars owned by Nigeria. This is a great achievement for us as a young kid to see Nigeria driving their own car. Before, it's only Oyibo, we say, Oyibo. Anybody that pass that is white, we say, Oyibo. So this makes us happy, and it makes everybody say, oh, if you read your book, one day you will drive your car. If you read your book, you will have a shoe that will be making car. So all this is part of the enjoyment we are all happy about as a school young children who is looking towards this independence that happened with beside the rice.
Wow. Wow. Mrs. Nike, I love your stories. Honestly. Thank you so much, ma, Chief Mrs. Nike. The Oibos, I believe now you see them more frequently. And your rice and beef, you eat them frequently as well. Thank you, Chief Mrs. Nike. Thank you very much for that wonderful, wonderful story. So, my last question goes to Igwe Laz Ekwemi. For this session, my last question goes for Igwe Laz Ekwemi. Igwe, one could say that the citizens' joy knew no bounds some days to independence. What are your thoughts?
Come again, I didn't quite get that.
One could say that the citizens' joy knew no bounds some days to independence. What are your thoughts? What are your personal thoughts?
Yes, I did say that as young
people then, uh, having had a good secondary school education and going on to higher institutions with the hope of playing leadership roles in Nigeria on return from abroad, there was every excitement that this was going to be a good future. There was the Nigerianization policy, where the white man was being replaced by Nigerians in key positions. For instance, we used to have on broadcast, the Radio Nigeria or Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation used to have radio drama, every we call World Theatre, where BBC staff who were coming to Nigeria led the team of broadcasters in various fields, theatre, music, features, presentation, and such as that. We produced radio plays. Having traveled to England in 1960, I was very glad to be picked up by the same BBC people who had been in Nigeria, who had worked with me here, to do BBC radio play. And I worked on that for 4 years while I was in England. And worked on television, which then later came up from. And from there now to the movies and the called Nigerian movie industry, Nollywood. So, what was called the Nigerian Musical Society then, before independence, has worked stronger and increased even without music son and organizations where the arts have developed the international standard of Nigeria and I started carried on Nigeria. So these I think hopes that were in our minds at that time have long been realized and even surpassed and gone beyond that, created our own world of the art and led our own map as time for the world and other parts of the world. So those exciting times of those days and the hopes for the future, having been seen to be realized and matured, is that something worth remembering and knowing that Nigeria did produce quite a few of brilliant people in the various arts and sciences, and have produced our own laureates in the arts and the science and the engineering and the chemistry and various things. So that excitement, even though it's no longer as shocking and daring as it used to be, it is gratifying to know that we've come a long way. So it's actually not like you realize in 60 years of independence, thank God. All right?
I report to the NEPA that I only get to your they said the land that is bad. That is going to remove us from there. And the last time when they come to help me to put those two, they said whatever I have, I will forget, which is
No?
Okay, Igwe, wow, thank you. Ah, that's really, really wonderful. Thank you for sharing that experience with us. Thank you. Thank you very much. So now we are done with the question sessions for now. Let's move on to the interactive sections, and I will begin to view my chat room. And I want to see what people are saying here. Before we begin our interactive session and I visit the chat room, let's go on a little break. Just for like 60 seconds. Thank you.
Nigeria will be 60 years on the 1st of October 2020. And to commemorate this milestone age, Here Nigeria cordially invites you to our virtual independence program titled Story 60 Years Back, reenacting and restating the events of September 30th, 1960. On this program, we will have Nigerians at home and abroad give accounts of the atmosphere, feeling, and general morale of the Nigerian Independence Eve. The program will hold on Wednesday, 30th of September, 2020. The morning session starts by 10 a.m. and will last till 1 p.m., while the second session starts by 2 p.m. and will last till 4 p.m. For more information and registration details, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube on @HereNigeria and on Twitter @NigeriaHere. You can also call us on 0805 599 6121 or send us a WhatsApp on 0805 599 96919.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. So before I begin with the interactive session, we have someone here with a beautiful poem for us. Mr. Ladi Shoyode, are you ready for the poem, sir? Mr. Ladi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, give me a minute. Okay. Right. Can you see me?
Please, could you tilt your camera sideways in a landscape position?
Sideways.
Yes, sir.
Is it? Okay. So that means I need to hold this up. Yes, even though this was given at a bit of a short notice, but I write always, so I guess we always find something appropriate. So if you can give me a minute, let me just flick through. I'll be right with you.
Okay, Mr. Ladi Shoyode, we'll give you a minute. Let's go back to our chat room and see who we have here. We have Florence Bassi saying, hello everyone. Florence is from Akwa Ibom State. We have Mr. Edward Ajayi, Mama Nike, Mama Africa, Mama Culture. I have read about her works, Kepema. We have that from Mr. Edward Ajayi. And we have Womi Obeten. Sorry if I mispronounce your names. We have Womi Obeten. saying, "Good day, everyone. This is Wonmi Obetel from JDPC Uyo, Akwa Ibom State." We also have Mr. Kabiru Gabar saying, "Good day, everyone." Good day, Mr. Kabiru. And did I mention that Wunmi Obeton is Mr. Kabir Gabar is a representative of here Nigeria. He's a team head of Zamfara State. Welcome, Mr. Kabir. We also have another one from Edward Ajayi, saying he's from Zaria, Nigeria. Welcome, Mr. Edward Ajayi. And we have a question from Mr. Edward Ajayi also. Mr. Ladi.
Yes.
Are you ready for?
Yes, I'm ready for you.
Okay. Sir.
Now, it is said in many circles that there are over 400 languages in Nigeria, maybe over 500, maybe less. We really do not know, but we know there are many. This poem is entitled Conflict, and it goes like this. 500 tongues loaded with a song, 500 seeds sprouting different flora, dangling on the branches of trees, 500 strong, are tropical fruits, topical truths, an assortment of exotic blooms. We need no more cash plantations, no more Kalashnikovs. We must no longer fuel factories and luxuries of faraway places. Our chants must be of one rhythm, one prayer, one deep roar. We envision the laughter of 500 children singing a song in different tongues, of 500 perfumed flowers, calling upon God with differing scents, nurtured by the confluence of the Benue and the Niger. That is where it ends. Confluence. Hello?
Mr. Ladi, that is really nice. That is so creative. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Ladi,
Thank you.
What is your thoughts of the October 1st celebration? Concerning your poem with the October 1st celebration, what's the connection? You have 1 minute, sir.
The connection between October 1st. Well, you see, the connection between the poetry and October 1st is the need for togetherness. The togetherness basically is all the languages in Nigeria is a cosmocrosm of Africa as a whole. Black people should come together, love each other, and then there will be a way forward. That basically is what we're saying. We should preach love and togetherness. And being Africans, that is the only way that can take us to the promised land.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Indeed, in unity we grow, so togetherness is key. Now we can go back to our chat room and entertain questions. And we will entertain questions from our participants directly to our narrators. Mr. Edward Ajayi, Please, you can ask your question directly, if you may. Mr. Edward.
Okay. Good morning once again.
Good
My name is Edward
morning.
Ajayi. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Great work here Nigeria is doing. Thank you for the panelists who have shared their own view on their experiences from 1960 up until now. You know, like we said, a lot of water has passed under the bridge. But then I'm proud to think that between now and then, should we say Nigeria is far better in those periods, because I wasn't privileged to this point at during that period, you know. And I just want to ask Mama that what were their hopes and expectations back then, especially during the independence? What were their hopes? They were so happy, they were joyous, you know, excitement all over. So where is the excitement? You know, they must have seen something that made them to be so happy. You know, she was saying her experience, I was just like, I wish I was there. You know. So please, I just want to hear from her. Why were they so excited? Why were they so excited? Okay, thank you very much. Then I would like to ask, looking at the condition of the situation we are now right now in Nigeria, where did we go? Where did we get it from? And what are our elder statesmen? What are they doing to ensure that when those good old days, you know, when we still have the naira that is very okay, you know, people come to Nigeria for various reasons, but now I think we are seeing the opposite, you know. So I just want to hear Mama's view, then also the professor's view as well. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much. Dominica, the question is for you. Please, could you start first? Then we'll go to
Yes.
Igwe
No,
Lazarus.
why everybody was so excited and joyful. The Oyibo, they take us like we have to look at they have, even though it's our own, but we have no mouth, we have no voice. So we now become a lion. So we can speak for ourselves. That is why when those people get our independence, our fathers, our mothers, our brothers, that is what who have nothing. I only know Kobo. I don't have fun. You have to take it in the village. All of us are perfect. I don't want slave. Everybody just what makes everybody say, we are going to have this power to our own soul, Father, who like a war. All the independence, Sadama of Sokoto, anybody that articulate, Sadama, we are just so happy story of our fathers. They tell you, I want to even tell you, before these people come, we don't even have electricity. So, but they take bell, agogo, they ring it around the whole village and say, these people are going to pass tomorrow. They are doing this tomorrow. That is how there is no telephone. So, but everybody is their brother's keeper. Everybody, when you have little problem, you share this common problem among yourself after independence. So we have nobody to report to, more than to report to ourselves. And Nigeria was safe in those days. You can leave from 2 o'clock in the morning, you walk to Kaba. Because we moved to one market to another market. My great-grandmother, any market around us, we will walk from Ogidi to Okene. We will walk from Ogidi to Ikare, and we move around 4 o'clock in the morning, and we are walking because we don't have money to take transport. So suddenly we have power to our own fathers. So that is why we are happy. We are just so happy and excited for that Independence Day. You can hear me? If you cannot hear me, please talk. Because I was to say I want to stop talking, but if you cannot hear me, I can say more because the Koroboramu, the vehicle we are using, maybe that one pass once in a day in our village. So we call it the vehicle with no nose. So any of the driver, we know their name. We will say, oh, so just pass now, is going to Kaba. Ames is going to Lokoja. So we know the time they pass, and then the children are not allowed to cross the road. During that time, everybody will tell their children, don't cross the road, though. Ames is going to pass by 2 o'clock. That is life. So we now have more vehicles to pass, and we are just so happy and excited.
Wow, Mrs. Nike. You really are very amazing. I love the way you narrated so well. Thank you very much. We sincerely appreciate you. Honestly, we really do appreciate you. Thank you, Ma. So now let's move. Okay, Ma. Let's move to Igwelas Ekweme with the same question asked. Igwelas Ekweme, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sir. The same question that was asked by Mr. Edward Ajayi, what was your view on your excitement concerning the independence on the September 30th, 1960?
Yes. The excitement of going to get the golden fleece from foreign countries abroad was important. Even when we studied abroad, we did not just go to study. We were analytical in what we studied. Yes, I'll take this back, I'll teach this. No, this will not apply to my country. No, I will select it, we'll adapt this way. So we're always analyzing and criticizing and cutting short and weighing and dissecting, finding what would be best for our own environment if and when we did it at home. So it was important that we didn't
just... Please, sir, could you put your device closer to you so that we can hear you properly? Please move closer to your device. Thank you, sir.
To swallow everything, think up. We are more analytical and mentally what we had to bring back home for our own purposes. So it was a critical study of what was relevant to our culture, to our progress, and that we had this responsibility that we had to, the new society, we had to map out a new culture, the new educational system. So there was that big responsibility that you were not just going to study, we're going to start to make it applicable to your society as Ukej is saying in terms of education, is the process of preparing a child to live in his society with a view to improving it, not just to live in society, but with a view to improve that society, to advance it a greater height. So it was that
sense of responsibility and onerous responsibility that you felt you had your country that moved you into striving hard to get the best of what you were there to do, to get the good, please get it. Make sure you've got the best of it. Of course, not everybody could achieve the quality, the same amount of good, but it was important to aim at that anyway. So that excitement was important, that sense of responsibility and looking forward to, I have a future, I have people to look forward, who are looking forward to me to improve their future, who are looking forward to me to guide them, who are looking forward to me to set the pace for what goes next. It was very grave responsibility, really, which we felt we had to perform. So going to study was not just going to study for study's sake, but going to study for the purpose of improving your society upwards. So that was very exciting. All right. Any more? All right.
Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for the narratives. Honestly, thank you very, very much. So now we'll move on to our chat room to check if there are more questions. Mr. Edward, I hope your question has been answered duly. Mr. Edward, sir?
No.
Yes, thank you very much. The questions are answered very well.
Okay, thank you. And we have, okay. Proudly Nigeria, indeed. We are proud to be Nigerians. We are proud to be called the giants of Africa. I know I am. I don't know about you, but I know that indeed I am proud to be called a Nigerian. I am proudly Nigerian. I am proudly Naija. Thank you very much, Chief Mrs. Nike. Thank you, Igwe Laz Ekweme. So, our phone lines are open. Our WhatsApps are ready to receive your calls, your pictures, your videos, your audios, concerning any question you would like to ask our wonderful narrators. So we are waiting for your calls, we are waiting for your contributions and narratives. But let's go on a break before that. While waiting for that, it's a 6-second break. Don't go anywhere.
Nigeria will be 60 years on the 1st of October 2020. And to commemorate this milestone age, Here Nigeria cordially invites you to our virtual independence program titled Story, 60 Years Back, reenacting and restating the events of September 30th, 1960. On this program, we will have Nigerians at home and abroad give accounts of the atmosphere, feeling, and general morale of the Nigerian Independence Eve. The program will hold on Wednesday, 30th of September, 2020. The morning session starts by 10 a.m. and will last till 1 p.m., while the second session starts by 2 p.m. and will last till 4 p.m. For more information and registration details, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube on @HereNigeria and on Twitter @NigeriaHere. You can also call us on 0805-599-6121 or send us a WhatsApp on 0805-599-96919. Nigeria will be 60 years on the 1st of October 2020. And to commemorate this milestone age, Here Nigeria cordially invites you to our virtual independence program titled Story 60 Years Back, reenacting and restating the events of September 30th, 1960. On this program, we will have Nigerians at home and abroad give accounts of the atmosphere, feeling, and general morale of the Nigerian Independence Eve. The program will hold on Wednesday, 30th of September 2020. The morning session starts by 10 a.m. and will last till 1 p.m., while the second session starts by 2 p.m. and will last till 4 p.m. For more information and registration details, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube on @HereNigeria and on Twitter @NigeriaHere. You can also call us on 0805 599 6121 or send us a WhatsApp on 0805 599 96919.
Welcome back. It's so good to know that you are still here. It's so refreshing. So now we're just going to join our first and second session together so that our wonderful narrators can go and have a rest. Now this question will be directed to Chief Mrs. Nike. Chief Mrs. Nike, as a youth who witnessed the independence celebration 60 years ago, what are you missing? Or what are the missing elements, rather, present in 1960 that should be reintegrated, ma'am?
Well, I will say we are not missing much because Nigeria is a country that adopts everybody. And I'm very, very proud to be a Nigerian because it's the only country I don't need a visa for. And for us growing up thinking we miss something, in those days we may miss those type of milk which you never get to drink, because so if you drink milk only your mama's breast you can take in those days. But our children now, I would like them to still go back to breastfeeding, because that breastfeeding is very, very important with the child. And the way we live together, we eat together in one bowl. You will see a polygamous man, you don't know who is the mother of this child. So they eat together in one bowl, and that brings love. Then you are passing, your neighbor is eating. You will just sit down, wash your hand, if you say, come and eat. So you eat together, it's not saying I'm full, but he will just share whatever he has with you. So those type of things, we are missing those, which we are no more, we are even afraid of our shadow now. So we should still go back and make sure our children are having breastfeeding, they are eating together. If you are with, not to give this one half his own plate, you are the same mother, the same father. So you can eat together in one bowl. And then that love of eating together make it much more important for our children. So they share story, call children together. Like in those days, there is no electricity, but under the tree, they are going to tell you a story of so, maybe a story about somebody who look after somebody when a child is sleeping in the morning. If the broom come down, you take it and put it. Then the adult is watching you. When this one grow up, it's going to bring family together. If the child is sweeping and the broom is sticking, is coming down and he never put it together, then you say this one will daleru, this one will not bring family. So all those type of stories, the children need to know. And then the way we pass education to kids in those days, by telling them the positive story, not the bad one. Positive story, how you are going to become a president one day if you work hard, and education is very important, especially for our female. So all those time, from no time, to still give the children this type of story, so they can always know they have a future. Don't tell them the bad one. Pick the good story and let them have something to put in their left hand, so they can always remember. I think those are the type of thing we are missing. Then the language. The Yoruba language, you will see Hausa is a small baby, they will be speaking Hausa to their child right from birth. So we are missing, some children, they don't even know their traditional name, their father's traditional name. And that is very, very important. We have to make sure we don't miss all those. We should tell our children, if you are from Abeokuta, you will say the Abba. Abba is Abule farm. So you will tell the name of your Abule farm to your child. So when he go out and you say you are from Abeokuta, they will say, what is the name of your Abule? And he doesn't know. They will say, you are not the original Abeokuta. You are. So every family have their farmhouse. And all those is very important in our children's life. So those are the things we are missing. But what we are gaining now is the education part, which I love. And I see women as the bank manager, women senator. So this is a great achievement in our life. In those days, we are limited to kitchen. But now, woman is going to be the president of this country one day in my own lifetime. That is what I'm looking forward to see. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Mrs. Nike. I really love the things that you said and the things that you say that we should go back to. Indeed, our indigenous languages are very important. It is very important for a Nigerian to speak and to converse in their indigenous language. Thank you, Chief Mrs. Nike. Now, let's go to Igwe Laz Ekoime. Are Nigerians even well aware of the history of that day, September? Oh, I just noticed that Igwe is not online. But good news, Mr. Bello Gidado, Alhaji Bello Gidado is online. Alhaji Bello Gidado, welcome, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Alhaji Bello Gidado. Okay, I think Alhaji can't hear me. This is the last question for our program. So, let us direct it to our Mama Nike, Mama Africa. Chief Mrs. Nike, please, this question is for you now. Are Nigerians even well aware of the history of that day, September 30th, 1960? Mama Nike, did you hear me?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, I asked, are Nigerians even well aware of the history of that day, September 30th, 1960?
Well, a lot of the children who are who were born before that, they will always remember, because it's a memory day of our life that we can never forget. Even though if I can remember at the age of 9 what we celebrate, and other people too, we remember, because it's a day that you can never forget. It's a day of joy. It's a day of coming together as one family. It's a day of independence of our own country. I bet all Nigeria, starting from the age of 6, because in those days, if you are not 6 years old, you are not even up to primary, you cannot go to primary 1. So, but you are knowledgeable, you are bring water from the stream, they will give you your own little. So, every Nigerian.
Don't tell
The
don't
children.
tell a shiva and I
Thank you.
Mama Nike. Can you hear me? Mama Nike, can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Wow, thank you so very much. Indeed, it was a memory filled.
There is another in the background.
Oh, sorry about that. We will rectify that now. Are you clear now?
I hear you.
Okay. It was indeed a memory-filled day and a joy-filled one, just like today. 16 years since independence. I am so glad, and I am sure that you are, to be witnessing it as well. I'm sure that you are excited to be part of this journey. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I was so excited to be alive. My mother died before she was even 30. And now I'm 69. And I can witness Independence Day. Part of this, and thank you also for being a part of this. And as organizer, I want to thank you for taking time from no time to put all of us together as one Nigeria. And we always continue to be one Nigeria, one nation. Thank you, our daughter.
Okay, thank you, Ma. Thank you very much. So now let us move to our closing questions. Moving forward, celebration of this day would be eventful if such program is sustained. How do you think we all as citizens can achieve this? This is for our 3 narrators. Let us start with Alhaji Bello Gidado. Alhaji, welcome, sir. Alhaji, good morning, sir. Can you hear me? Please, can you unmute your mic? Good morning, Alhaji.
Good morning.
Please, did you hear my question?
Pardon?
I asked, moving forward, celebration of this day would be eventful if such program is sustained. How do you think we all as citizens can achieve this? What needs to change?
I didn't hear you.
I asked, moving forward,
I can't hear you.
Alhaji Gidado, please, can you take off your earpiece? Can you disconnect your earpiece? It is causing interruption, sir. Can you hear me clearly now? I asked, okay, sir. I asked, moving forward, celebration of this day would be eventful if such program is sustained. How do you think we all as citizens can achieve this? What needs to change?
I think the voice is not clear enough to me, so I can't even hear well what you have been saying. This is a problem.
How do you think we all as citizens can achieve this? What needs to change? How do you think we can achieve sustaining programs like this? And what needs to change in order for that to take place? You have 2 minutes, Alaji. Alaji, can you hear me? Okay, Chief Mrs. Nike, we need your final word, 1 minute for this. Chief Mrs. Nike, how do you think we all as citizens can achieve this? What needs to change? After...
Well, what
Please
I
hold
think
on,
we
ma.
need to change is our communication with each other. But thank God, the media, the system of Zoom is working in Nigeria. So we can always sit in our home and connect all of us together as one. Media has made everything easy for people, social media. So, but what can change, what we will need to change is just to be more friendly with each other and trust each other, because if we don't have trust in each other, there will be no love. And love is number one, then you now trust each other. And that is what we need to change. Either you are a man, if you are in a position, you carry your people along. Then put the right people in the right places. Imagine you are not in that position. How will you bring on people together? So we need more people who will be in the right position, who know about the job, who can get the job done. And that is why you are there. And that is why some of the people who are ruling us are there, like our governor in Osun State, El Rufai, all of them, they are the right people. So we need the right people in the right places, and that is what we need to change. Not to just say this one is a minister, is a daughter of the president, put her to the art and culture, when he doesn't even know what is called culture. Whereas every country have their own something. Thank you, my daughter. I think that is my own little contribution. Put the right people in the right places.
Okay, Chief Mrs. Nike, thank you, ma. Thank you very much, Mama Africa. Thank you for your contribution and your wonderful narration. So we have come to the end of the program. Now it's time for our announcement of the bonfire. The watch night and lamp lights will take place at 11 p.m. to 12 midnight. It is going to be a 1-hour experience of yellow flames of light, like I earlier stated, nationwide and outside the country. This is so to showcase the communal solidarity and the enthuse which circulated the atmosphere on the 30th day of September 1916. Story, story, oh. Answer, please. Story, story, oh.
Story.
Story, story, oh. Thank you very much. It was my pleasure. Now, please, can we rise for the national anthem? We welcome, sir. Please, your final word before we take the national anthem. Igwelas, please, your final words, sir, before we take the national anthem. Thank you, sir. Welcome back, sir.
I want to thank you very much for letting me be on this program.
it is a good thing to recall what happened 60 years ago and to recall the excitement of Nigerians at independence for the first time, and to bring recognition for the greatness of this country greatest more brightness than we've had before, and that we have not been lost. The 60 years past, which was and proof for everybody. So it's going to thank God and bless you and all the other participants. That day, and may we work stronger in the years ahead. God bless.
Thank you very much, Igwe. With due permission from Igwe Las Ekweme, Chief Mrs. Nike Ogundaye, and Alaji Gidado Bello, please can we rise for the national anthem and the national pledge. Arise, O compatriot, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with hearts and minds, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. Together, please can we take the national pledge?
I pledge to Nigeria, my country,
to be faithful,
loyal, and honest,
to serve Nigeria,
love Nigeria with all my strength,
defend her unity, and uphold her honor and glory. So help me God. Happy Independence Anniversary in advance, everyone. Thank you and goodbye.
Nigeria will be 60 years on the 1st of October 2020. And to commemorate this milestone age, Here Nigeria cordially invites you to our virtual independence program titled Story 60 Years Back, reenacting and restating the events of September 30th, 1960. On this program, we will have Nigerians at home and abroad give accounts of the atmosphere, and general morale of the Nigerian Independence Eve. The program will hold on Wednesday, 30th of September 2020. The morning session starts by 10 a.m. and will last till 1 p.m., while the second session starts by 2 p.m. and will last till 4 p.m. For more information and registration details, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube on @HereNigeria and on Twitter @NigeriaHere. You can also call us on 0805-599-6121 or send us a WhatsApp on 0805-599-9691.